things. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna get us connected to Facebook now. So we just started on YouTube. We're here.
We're live on YouTube.
We're live on YouTube, straight out of Babbylon Sound. Weapons of mass production.
Weapons of mass production. I begin to like that name more and more.
Yeah.
So,
Just
excuse
keeps
me.
getting better and better.
Tonight we got a few shows that we're going to announce coming to Memphis. We're going to listen to some Memphis music with our own Michael Babb here playing on the song as well. He has a few tracks.
Right now, we're going live on Spotify. I mean, not Spotify, Facebook.
You just plug Spotify
For
for
free.
for free. Spotify, we accept our 15 cents.
Spotify, we accept your donation.
They like first pronounce her name right.
Thank you, Spotify. All right, obviously, we're live on Facebook right now. Here, I'll send you a link. Share with all your friends.
Yeah, send me a link too, buddy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Straight out of Spotify.
Boom.
All right, let me see if I can find it. All right, live.
Live.
It's the first post on the Babbylon Sound page.
It should be right now.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna send it to you. Share.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna share it with everybody.
Okay.
All right. You're on the list to be shared to. I'm just going down the list sharing. Straight out of Babbylon Sound.
Is it shared to Jeremy or?
Shared to Jeremy. I just
Okay.
texted it to you.
Okay.
Jeremy Savage
Jeremy Savage.
is at Babbylon Sound for the show Weapons of Mass Production. Boy, I'm gonna turn this loud air conditioner off.
You can hear the air conditioner pretty well there, Mike.
Yeah, man. It's
Michael.
kind of loud. Sorry about that. I forgot. So,
So what you been going? Like you've had a lot of work here this week, man. How's it been going on that?
it's been pretty steady. What is that?
Do you like having non-stop work like that?
I like it. I mean, I haven't had time to think.
Well, we all need time to think.
Yeah. So, hey, if you're in our audience, if you could be so kind as to leaving a comment or a post on YouTube, if you happen to be on YouTube, we would greatly enjoy your contribution to the podcast. So I'm going to open up our little chat box on YouTube and see, and feel free to communicate.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Checking the chat box.
Anything here?
Jeremy's got a few announcements for upcoming shows here in Memphis.
Yes, I do. I have one more post to print up on Facebook, and I'll go straight into these.
Actually, while we're waiting on these new announcements, what I have done this week is I've added a new camera to the setup.
Oh, yeah?
If you look at your screen at this time, you will see the new camera.
Oh, nice sight.
So there's an angle from the live room at Babbylon Sound, and then we also have our other angle of the drum set, which is always available.
Looks pretty sharp there.
And then we have an angle of me. My name is Michael Babb.
And I'm in the background. Woo woo.
Babbylon Sound, number 2, Jeremy Savage. Today we are doing our weekly podcast,
Yeah.
which we have literally 5 episodes that we managed to push out into the world.
And we're trying to stay on the same nights, but when studio gets booked, sometimes we have to move nights. But we'll always keep you guys alert on what's going on.
We have a website page on Facebook called Weapons of Mass Production that we're trying to get it up and running.
We are also on Instagram and TikTok.
Let's check out our announcements for our upcoming shows.
All right, the band list. The shows that are coming to Memphis. A good little list here. First, we got the Black Crows that's coming October 15th at the Snowden Grove Theater. I believe doors open at 7:30. Black Crowes has always been an awesome band to watch. It's very peaceful. I remember one time they were selling rolling papers with two Black Crowes on them for their t-shirts and stuff. That was in there. It was kind of neat. I think my brother bought a pair and never used them. He just kept them.
Souvenir.
Yeah. Okay, so who else? Blackberry Smoke.
Cool band.
Blackberry Smoke's going to be playing August 3rd at the Horseshoe Casino in Robbinsville. They're going to go on stage at 8 p.m. and rock the house.
Cool.
Then we got a great lineup here. John Fogerty and George Thurgood together. August 9th, 7:30, here in our hometown at the Memphis Botanical Gardens Amphitheater. Now, one of my favorite bands, well, I wouldn't say it's even close to one of my favorite bands, but
Well, why would you say that then? You said it.
I did say it. I shouldn't have said
But
it.
it's not even in the top 10.
It is a band that I have never seen that I've always wanted to see. There's like two, three, I'd say like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Eminem, and this next band I'm announcing, Smashing Pumpkins. But I'd only want them to play their first record. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I wonder if that'll work.
None of the new ones.
Again, Smashing Pumpkins is playing September 10th, 7:30 at the Amphitheater in Snowden Grove,
Hey.
South Haven. And we got one more, or no, there's two more. This one's definitely going to be a flashback. Something I would love to actually go see. Boys to Men.
Wow. Amazing. Where's that at?
October 10th, again at Snowden Grove, man. Snowden Grove's we're starting to get some good music coming in down there. And let's see, the last one is the Memphis Tri-State Blues Festival. That's going to be held August 17th, 6:30 at Landers Center in South Haven. Some call it the Civic Center, some call it Landers Center.
What's the date on that?
August 17th.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool too.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going to see Black Crowes, Smashing Pumpkins,
And the Blues Festival.
at the Blues Festival, without a doubt.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's not too far
Hey
from
man,
us.
that was an excellent segment that you've done there with the local music. Boy, man, that's an excellent segment that you've just presented to the live people here on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. I hope we can keep continuing this like that.
So I just got some sound effects going. How you like that?
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Maybe we should get a clap every time we say something funny, or a drum roll at least.
Clap to say.
You got a drum roll like... It's nice when you have the... I'd take my wife everywhere. The only problem is she finds a way home. What movie? Goodfellas.
All right, let's check out one of these songs that we got. First up for today's music, recorded at Babbylon Sound.
Yeah.
My good buddy John Cracker Rowe out of Byhalia, Mississippi. So he's got some cool songs, but his most recent song that he has released is called Movin'.
Moving.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to probably start with a commercial. No, here it comes. Check it out. Movin' by John Cracker Rowe.
all the way.
All the way.
Wow, I seen a lot of familiar things in that video.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
see, was it recorded here?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, and
John Cracker Row.
I seen somebody else had some banjo parts on that. So what?
You know, a little bit of banjo, a little bit of mandolin.
You played mandolin and banjo. That's awesome.
And Cracker played a little bit of acoustic guitar, and we
Yeah.
had some good bluegrass percussions.
I like how he did that slapping, with the beat.
Yeah.
Made that little beat on it.
Yeah, he's a talented dude.
Yeah, I remember watching that video on the way over here and just really digging it.
This is actually the instrument we used on a lot of that track.
Oh, okay. That's an awesome mandolin.
Look at that, electric. So you plug it up to an amp if you want.
Yeah,
You got your skull and your
but it
crossbones.
still has like an acoustic sound as well,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That remind me of Steve Martin.
Yeah. I just like this one because it's electric, man. I
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool to have an electric mandolin. This is just a capo that doesn't really
course.
belong there. Yeah, this is a fine instrument that we incorporate into many of the songs.
So, what we were gonna do for our main event tonight is if any of you guys tuned in on our last session, we started making a song, recording to be the intro song for our show every week, and it started out good. Hopefully we can get it finished or close to it, and then the next time you'll see us, you'll be rocking out to an awesome song as we start playing.
And another thing, as we continue with our new live stream, Weapons of Mass Production, I made up a little slogan, and I posted it on Facebook. And it says, Michael Babb and Jeremy Savage will be hanging out at Babbylon Sounds, listening to some music and discussing the tools used to make it.
Yep.
Listening to some music and discussing the tools used to make it. But on the flip side of that, the live stream is working extremely well today. So I'm quite happy with that. This is a little bit difficult getting all this stuff set up, but it's definitely working good right now. So
We always have that.
blessed be.
Blessed be,
Blessed
my
be.
brother.
So let's warm up a guitar. I guess I need to load up the Pro Tools session with our song. Another thing that's kind of weird is we've got the lights on today. The other podcast, we've kept the lights a lot dimmer.
That last one was really low.
Man, I prefer that much better, but
Do you?
I mean, it's just so hard to get good lighting with these cameras. I mean, it's more comfortable not having so much light on, but that's all right.
It seems like those two would do it. The ones.
They will, but it just doesn't light up this part of the room back here.
Well,
So
that's
those lights would light me up by myself because I'm, but when we need to use the whole room, guitars and everything, there's just no light back there and it looks dark.
Yeah, I got you.
But while we're waiting on Pro Tools to start up, let's take a look at the drum set. That right there is 1985 or 86 Tama Grand Star, just like Dave Grohl preferred. That was the same set he was playing on the MTV where Nirvana smashed the drums.
Yes, I
Which is
remember that.
iconic. That is
And
the
the
drum
bass,
set.
the bass player threw his
That's
bass
it.
up in the air.
That show right
and
there.
It hit him and he fell down.
It's called Silk Yellow, and you'll see Dave Grohl with that exact setup. And I've been recording that kit frequently. I do like it.
It does sound good from what I've heard on it.
Let's grab a guitar real quick. I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second. You talk while I'm doing the guitars.
So what kind of guitar are you going to choose today?
I guess I'll grab the Les Paul.
Oh man, that's great. I think the Les Paul, my opinion, has one of the grungiest sounds.
I haven't even turned on the amp yet.
Tubes are gonna have to warm up.
All right, let me get this thing. Let's see.
We're gonna.
I'm stuck.
Mike's gonna put in some extra. Do I need to move?
No. Well, yeah, maybe.
Mike's gonna put in some extra guitar tracks to what we've added. What do we have? Bass.
Let's see. We just kind of made a little basic little arrangement.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We got a basic little arrangement, 2 parts. I think I put some guitar on there, didn't I?
Yeah. You put.
Rhythm guitars and then maybe a bass and some drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't do the whole drum line, but I'm sure you can make it repeat or whatever.
Yeah. Because we're just trying to make a little intro, right?
Yeah. Intro for Weapons of Mass Production.
Weapons of Mass Production, the new podcast straight out of Babbylon Sound.
Oh, and by the way, if you're looking for us on, let me find which one it is. Instagram, I think. No, Instagram is Weapons of Mass Destruction.
No,
Production. And
with spaces under weapons underscore of underscore.
You can't do anything but that.
What?
You can't do anything but that.
Yeah.
And at weapons.
Wait a minute. Is that Instagram?
Yeah.
So at Weapons
No,
of Mass Production. No, that's Facebook.
No.
It looks like Instagram to me.
TikTok.
Oh, that's TikTok. So we actually have a TikTok now?
Yes.
Man, we are really moving up in the world. I mean, it's getting serious.
Yeah, we hope
TikTok.
you guys will start tuning in to some of our videos on TikTok. We're going to have little bloopers on TikTok, or maybe give you a lesson.
Bloopers, he says.
Bloopers. Funny stuff that we have to cut out later because it didn't make the final cut.
So, yeah, it's live, but that's okay. Hey, now that we're here discussing weapons of mass production, these are the weapons of mass production right here, and I've got 3 cables. So I'm going to go out of a Les Paul, straight into this radial DI direct box, into the input. And this is an XLR coming out of this direct box going directly to Pro Tools so that I can record whatever comes out of the guitar straight to Pro Tools. Then I'm going out of the through output on the direct box into the input of this Ibanez tube screamer. Then I'm going out of the output of this Ibanez tube screamer into the input of Mesa Engineering dual rectifier.
Heck yeah.
And the power switches on for about 60 seconds there. Now I'm flipping it on. What was that? Oh, that was our vehicle.
That was my vehicle,
Okay.
the Cadillac.
Flipping out standby into the on position after my tubes have leveled out, or the electrical parts of the tubes have settled, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to say it, Mike.
So now we're on, and this amp is pretty loud. Oh yeah, I think, and also on the other episode, sir? Oh.
What was that?
Well, I failed to say this last time. Mesa Boogie cabinet and all these amps here, they have speaker cables going into the other room, which has a couple of cabinets in there. Specifically today, there's the Mesa Boogie oversized cabinet with 412s.
Yes.
Then I have a SM57 on there going into right now it's going into Focusrite liquid channels. Sometimes they use API 512s. And there's a Fathead Cascade ribbon microphone also. So the 2 microphones are on one of the Celestion Vintage 30, and that is our guitar signal chain for those who care.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
And those are the true weapons of a true warrior.
As we say, weapons of mass production.
And this is the exact setup that's been used on numerous rock and roll recordings, especially in the 90s and early 2000s, but still to this very day, used all the time.
Right.
A Les Paul into a Les Paul into a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier.
Oh, yes. This is going to sound...
It's the configuration of champions.
This is going to sound amazing.
So let's turn on some preamplification.
What about the Pro Tools, Michael?
Pro Tools is warmed up. I let the tubes in Pro Tools warm up for approximately 17 minutes.
Okay.
Yep. But
I had no idea Pro Tools had tubes.
tubes? Yeah, it's a special system here. Just kidding.
Okay.
I opened up the Pro Tools software.
Yeah.
Let me get situated here because I have no idea what I'm about to be doing. And I know that to have a decent live stream, we're supposed to switch our camera angles frequently.
Yeah.
So that it looks like we, have some dude running our production for us.
We do.
Let's see how we are sounding at this point. I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I don't think that we have signal going to the people out in the audience, but we're about to, guaranteed.
All right.
Wow, that's actually pretty loud.
There it goes.
I have not tuned this guitar in probably 3 days. Yeah, pretty cool, man. All right, let me get back to get my head back in the game.
Head back.
Do an appropriate angle change for the people of YouTube and Facebook. And man, we greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man.
Very much so.
This is really cool. I like this, and this is cool. Thank you for joining. Let's see.
We cannot do it without you.
That's right. And hopefully we can learn some stuff, everybody together.
Yeah.
I know I've learned a lot hooking this stuff up, making live streams. So let's tune this guitar.
All right.
It's boring, man. It's so boring.
Is there a guitar tuner built into the Pro Tools?
There it is, but I don't use it. I use that tuner up there.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, it's pretty unique the way I've got it set up. So that DI box right there that I told you about a minute ago, the radio direct box that the guitar goes directly into. So I've split off that into the tuner. So any guitar that we use in the studio, regardless of what amp we use, I record a direct signal, and I'm also getting a split off that direct signal to the tuner. So every guitar can use the same tuner, including bass.
That's
That sounds pretty good to me.
It does to me too.
Leave us a message in our chat and let me know if it sounds good out there. Let me see how the volume looks. Yeah, that's pretty good signal coming through. So, at this time, we'll open up Pro Tools and see what we got. Let's see. Well, I guess I need to open up the proper session too. Open.
Where's our people this week?
Where they at?
That's what I would like to know. I bet the different night changes.
I haven't even looked at the stuff to see what's going on.
I hadn't either, but
What did we name that song last time? Do you remember?
Fiend.
Womp. Oh,
Womp.
that is what we named it. You're right. Okay. Fiend, Womp, intro. Yep. Oh, wow. Another thing you always want to check is make sure you got enough room on your hard drive when you start recording.
Important message from Michael Babb.
Make sure you got enough room on your hard drive.
The more you know, the further you grow.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe. Didn't mean to do that. Copyright.
That's fair trade.
We're getting sued by G.I. Joe.
That's fair trade. Here's our Pro Tools session.
Let's chickity it out.
All right, we recorded this last week on our episode, right?
Yeah, this is going to be our intro for our show, peoples.
We haven't looked at it since last time we were here.
Yep.
I really am not exactly. I know that this is tuned a bit lower than what I'm in right now, but that's okay because I'm just going to put some lead parts over the top of it. So before I even start this session, I am going to click on the track button. Actually, scratch that. I'm just going to click on these 3 tracks right here, and I'm going to duplicate them. Duplicate. And I'm going to make 2 duplicates. Here, I'll show you the box. There's the box. 2 duplicates, but I don't need the active playlist or the alternate playlist. I also do not need the group sends or the automation. If there are any inserts and sends, that'd be okay, but there's not. An insert after the last selected track. Okay. So now I just got the same 3 tracks that my guitar had, but I need to name them properly. So this is now guitar 3. So there's 3 tracks, 1 guitar DI, 1 guitar with the SM57, and 1 guitar with the Cascade Fathead. So this is guitar 3. Now these 3 together, I'll push Command G, and I'll make a group. So I'm going to group these 3 tracks together, and I'm going to call it guitar 3. And then I'll move on to the next one.
Oh, pretty cool.
So this is our second duplicate, our second set of 3 tracks that we duplicated. This will be guitar 4. So guitar DI 4, guitar 57, SM57 on the cabinet 4, and this is guitar Fathead 4.
So you write the mics that you're using?
Yep, those are the mics that are on the cabinet. And then I put in the comments right here what kind of cabinet it is.
Oh,
wow.
Cool.
So last time we used, I think we used a Marshall amp last time.
We did.
With a Mesa Boogie rectifier cabinet. So we can change that because today we're using Les Paul, and sometimes I might be a little bit more specific with that. But I know that these will be Les Paul, and this really helps when you start getting hundreds of tracks. And then the last thing I need to do is create a group for guitar 4. Command G will open your create group box, and then I will name this guitar 4. So now these are grouped together. Guitar 4 and guitar 3.
And what does it help grouping them together?
So if you look at these tracks from last week,
yeah,
this is the DI, this is the SM57 right underneath it, and this is the Cascade Fathead ribbon mic. So these tracks are 1 guitar. You want them to be grouped together because all these are 1 guitar. So you never want these to come apart because it's acting as 1 instrument. And there's 2 mics. If these get shifted, it causes phase shift, which will start making things sound funny. I guess I could demonstrate that real quick. All right, I'm gonna push Command, Shift, and G, and that's gonna suspend all the groups right here on the left-hand side. See, the groups are suspended. Now listen to this. I'm gonna solo this track right here. This guitar.
Okay.
All right. Now if I take this track right here, zoom in, and I move it over just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that.
Uh-huh.
Right? Listen to what it sounds like. Start sounding funny. Might need to turn it up a little bit.
Does
louder.
it prolong one longer than the other?
No, because it's just tiniest of adjustments.
Okay.
Now, let me turn that up a little bit so it's a little easier to hear, so you can really notice what it's doing. All right, they're aligned perfectly in phase right here, both of these tracks.
Yeah.
This is 2 microphones.
Yeah.
Let's say 1 microphone gets moved a little bit.
Is that what you're doing by doing that?
Yeah, I'm scooting it over. See how it starts sounding funny?
I don't know if I would say funny. It sounded...
It does sound different, and that change in sound is how EQs operate.
Okay.
And equalization is based on phase shifting, and that's what makes an equalization
where you
happen.
see them small, and then you see them vamp up together at the same size.
Yeah. So I'm going to fix this right here and get them back perfectly synced up. And then, so that's about as loud as it gets. When you get a little bit of phase shift, you start losing some volume. But regardless of that, we don't want that to happen. We want these to maintain their perfect relationship with each other.
Yeah.
So I keep the groups on. That's why they're grouped together. See, now they're grouped together. If I try to move one of these now, they all move. See that?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to move it, but it won't because they're all grouped together. It's a group. It's a track group.
Okay, I get it.
And the faders are grouped together too. So if I change the volume on one of these tracks, it all changes.
So that's 3 guitar tracks, am I correct?
It's one guitar track, but it's 3 tracks of audio. 1 DI track, 1 SM57, and 1 Cascade Fathead.
Okay.
They're all of the same guitar.
And they're all playing the same thing.
They're all playing the same thing. Now this next one underneath here is 3 more guitar tracks.
Pink.
And this
Or
is
red.
the same, this is the other guitar. So the way I've got guitar 1 is on the left and guitar 2 is on the right. So
Yeah.
you get the volumes even. Let's set them up evenly. So that's 2 guitars. Let's see what it sounds like with the other music we made. And that's with a bass and some drums.
And that's where we stopped, huh?
It's weird because this guitar is not tuned like those were. That's okay. Am I out of tune all of a sudden?
You're like,
Yep.
what about? There we go.
I'm gonna record that. I gotta turn my headphones up. All right.
Now you know that part where we get into the verse where it's jun, 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 jun. Remember the other part you used to play like dun, 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 dun.
I played that on here.
Oh, okay.
But remember, this guitar is tuned different, so I won't be able to play like the same thing
Yeah.
because we're in a totally different tuning with this guitar. I generally my guitar's set up in the tuning with the strings. I don't just detune the guitars just because the song's different. I'd rather grab a different guitar. Try to leave all my guitars in the tuning they're set up for.
Oh, yeah, that
That
makes
makes
sense.
sense. All right, I'm gonna record this part, and
Okay.
then we'll try to use it. I probably am not gonna use anything new until after the intro.
like the way you're going with that in the beginning.
Yeah, we just need a little something.
One of your crazy solos.
Cool.
That was.
It is, so I kind of made it like a little bit sloppy, but that's okay. I'm gonna tighten it up right here with some editing.
Yeah.
So I know that. Let's see. That one's not too good. There we go.
All right.
Put a few crossfades on here so we don't get any little clicks and pops. Let's see what it sounds like.
What about fading it out? Can
Yeah,
you
it's probably
fade
do
it
that.
out? Yeah.
Let's see. All right, we've almost got a new intro song. So you think you should start fading out right here?
Yeah. Now.
I didn't play that part on the guitar. I played it on the bass, I think.
The bass sounds really raunchy. I love it.
That's the bass straight out of Babbylon Sound.
Can we play with the tone of that? You like it?
I like it.
You're getting much better with it. You like that?
Yep.
Now, what are you using for that?
Just a EQ taking a little chunk out of the middle and a little bit
Yeah.
of a high-end boost.
Okay.
And then there's an emulation of a DBX 160 from Universal Audio.
Oh, that's awesome.
Probably something close to the bass guitar preset. It's just 50-50 mix of the compressor. So it's not, it's a 50-50 blend. It's parallel compression. I'm using the mix knob. So it's not, it's letting half of the unprocessed bass guitar signal through, and it's processing the other half of it. So it's a parallel compression. We'll talk about that in a future episode. And then I've got this emulation of an old school, I think this is supposed to be based on a Neve console EQ, but whatever this thing is, I really like it on bass. I use it all the time on bass guitar. VEQ4. You heard it here first from Babbylon Sound. That's a Waves plugin.
Weapons of mass production.
All right, so the way that you would go about making a fade out on a song is
Yeah, I remember this. Refresh my memory.
all right, let's do some refreshments. Here- So I would make sure all your tracks are bused to the same bus, and right here they're all going to monitor left and right.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll create a master fader. One new stereo master fader.
Uh-huh.
So then it gives me this master fader and all the sounds coming through there. See, if I turn it
Yeah.
down, it goes all the way down.
Bass
And-
sounds good.
I can also put some compression and EQ on the master bus that'll kind of glue the whole mix together a little bit.
Yeah.
Right now there's almost nothing on anything but the bass.
Yeah.
So let's work on that for a minute. I'm gonna put a compressor on the drums. I'm gonna put this thing on there. Yeah, I think I own this. Look at that. There it is. Man, I played those drums myself. With my fingers. I played these drums with my fingers. Sounds like a real drum set though.
But I was your fingers, mine.
Yeah, you were giving me directions.
Hey man, I gotta take every little bit I can.
That's right.
He's the awesomest producer. I'm the writer.
I love the way this thing sounds.
I do too.
Listen to that. A little much though. But just a little touch of that sound right there.
Yeah.
That's like better. Instant better.
Instant much
That's
better.
punch right there. You hear that punch?
Yes.
We just need a little bit of it though. So let's just blend a little bit of that punch back in there.
Alright, throw that all together, see what it would sound.
Yup. Intro sound, weapons of mass production, made live in real time.
Ooh yeah.
So I'm just putting
Weapons
that,
of mass production.
I'm adding a little bit of, I guess, saturation to the master fader. Everything in this session right here, this little session we made, is coming out through this master channel.
Yeah.
So I'm adding a little saturation to it. I'll add a little bit of equalization on here. I think this is like multi-band equalization.
But that bass sounds so good.
And then I'll probably kind of like compress the crap out of it with, I wouldn't normally put this SSL thing on the master fader, but in this situation I am. Here's the magical preset right here, the Babbylon mastering.
Uh-huh.
It might get a little bit loud, so.
Learns me something, Mike. Learns me something.
This is the special preset. I'll send it to you if you want it, but it's magic, man. I heard a phone ringing. Through all that noise, I can tell the phone's ringing. I knew something was wrong with my mix. All right, and then this is our finishing touch right here. I think I will add one other thing before we move on, and that is this cheating plugin, Ozone, Isotope Ozone. I guess I can tell people, man.
See,
Sorry, I just added all this stuff when nobody could see what I was doing.
my bad, people. I leave my phone silenced except for my wife. That's the only person that can get through right now.
People,
Yeah.
you hear that, people?
Yeah.
All right, let me, this thing tends to get loud sometimes. Here, I'm gonna cut these limiters off. What I did while everybody was looking at my face was I added this SSL compressor on the master bus, which I normally wouldn't put it on the master bus, but for today I did it. Then I added the L316 with this Babbylon mastering preset that somebody I got from somewhere and then I modified it, but man, it's magic. Just specifically, this is a good plugin, but this preset is incredible. And then I put the L1 limiter at the very end.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do this ozone thing. It's got like an AI, artificial intelligence. It listens to your music and tells you what it thinks you should do.
Really?
Yeah. It's gonna get a lot louder. So I've turned off the limiter that it put on here, but it tells us that we're making rock music, and this is the EQ curve that it read from that part of the music, and it's pretty good because it knows this is rock music. And then it also did a little bit of equalization, which I probably don't need it to be that strong, but it cut some lows out and boosted some highs, which that's what the AI thought that the mix needed. And then it put some stereo imaging, basically like some widener. And then here's an what do you call it, multi-band active EQ, like a
Yeah.
there's a dynamic EQ. There's another name for it.
Well,
But it's a multi-band dynamic EQ.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, we'll talk about this stuff in a future episode,
Yeah,
but I
we're
kind of
good.
like it. So let's listen to what it sounds like with and without this Ozone 10.
Okay.
This is a good plug-in. This is with the Ozone 10. Without. With. Without. With. So it just kind of fattens it up
Yeah.
and provides a little stereo enhancement.
Yeah, I see
But-
exactly.
And then this is our multi-band limiter right here.
That joke is awesome.
And then here's our L1 limiter. And then we'll put our fade out at the end here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna like fade the song out. So like, this is gonna be our intro song.
Yeah, so next week.
Next week you'll hear our new intro song. So I just put a little fade at the end right here. Let's see how it sounds.
Weapons of mass
And
production.
we're gonna sing like that. Me and Jeremy are gonna sing weapons of mass. We're gonna scream it like we're in the Matrix. Yeah.
Weapons
see
of
what
mass
we got.
production.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna print this whole stem, this whole
Okay.
whatever you call it. I guess print this whole. I'm not really sure what a stem is, but it is this now. All right, here's our whole intro. Wow. Cool.
Heck yeah. Weapons of mass production.
All right, I'm gonna turn the volume up. It will be quite a bit louder.
Let's see if we can hire Phil Anselm or somebody to say weapons of mass production.
We need to
him.
get a voice actor. All right, real quick, I'll show the audience at home how you would go about printing your final render, your final mix. You click on the file button and push bounce mix, and then you get this box, bounce mix. So you name it whatever you want. So I'm just gonna name it this with proper grammar. And make a WAV file and an MP3. Interleaved means left and right are combined into one audio file. I make everything at 32-bit at 96 kilohertz, which is like the HD resolution. It's not really special though. I think everybody does that now.
Everybody that understands it.
Right. And for now, at this time, I'm just going to do offline. We won't have to listen to it. So I'm going to bounce our intro song, and it will put it onto my desktop.
All right.
And you will see this box. It's actually doing it pretty fast. Check that out. So we're almost done.
So
I guess I need to pay attention to what the cameras are pointing at.
I guess we can play the intro to the outro today.
We can play the intro for the outro. Let's check out one of our songs that we've got lined up for our audience at home.
Yeah.
I got some music here for the people to listen to. Mostly, I believe everything that is on here was recorded at Babbylon Sound. So let's check it out.
Yeah, let's hear some.
I'm gonna close Pro Tools right here. Let's check out the Dover Affair. Everybody loves listening to Mike Dover.
Oh yeah.
The
He's always
Dover
got a
Affair.
good sound.
Right here at Babbylon Sound. The Dover Affair. Michael Dover, the Dover Affair.
Always good to hear him. Always good.
That was Suffering, recorded right here at Babbylon Sound.
The place to be.
This is Weapons of Mass Production, and we just got some chats on YouTube. So if anybody likes to watch YouTube instead of our stream that is on Facebook and Spotify, I'm going to copy a link from the YouTube, and I'm going to post it straight onto the Facebook. You can check it out on all of these little apps. And we got all the latest news on the bands coming to Memphis. You can keep an eye on the Weapons of Mass Production page, and there will be a list of artists coming to town. And Jeremy's been doing a great job keeping up with that. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. And I will be researching what people want to hear in Memphis, too. So I'm going to go out and research what Memphis bands are playing where. So hopefully y'all can go out and support Memphis and Memphis music.
Let's play our I just got to hear our intro track, dude.
Let's hear it.
I mean, I just
Intro for the extra today.
I just can't. I want to know what it sounded like. We just listened to it.
We did
60 times, but
Yeah.
I still want to
But
know.
it's
what it
like,
sounded.
you know, I said, hey, send me the URL number 10 times before.
Thank you, man. Weapons of Mass Production with Jeremy Savage and Michael Babb, live from Babbylon Sound. I think my headphones are about to blow. Thanks for watching the show. Yep. That's the intro track right there.
And that gets me going.
Man, every time, bro.
Yeah.
That right there is how you know that it's going to be a good show.
I spilled the milk on. I told a person that we were playing Fiend for an opening intro.
Wow.
Chris Champlain. Chris Champlain, if you're watching, what's up, brother?
He is watching. I just hollered at him on the chat, bro.
Okay. Yo.
He was actually saying something about our first musical artist that we played here tonight, John Cracker Rowe from Byhalia, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Champlain was commenting on the nice bluegrass tones that we had there for that song, Cracker Rowe. Man, let's keep in mind that his female companion of 17 years has passed away this past week, Gloria.
Oh, man.
And let's have a moment of silence for Gloria.
Let's do that.
Blessed be. Thank you, Cracker, for recording at Babbylon Sound, man. We appreciate it. Tonight, we're going to play one more song by the artist Jack Iyer. And you said you liked this song a lot, Jeremy.
Yep.
It's a cool one, man. Me and Jack have worked on quite a bit of music, and he's got some more stuff coming, too. His other band has some stuff coming, too, which be on the lookout for that. There's also a pretty cool video coming out very near in the future. Let's take a look at this new camera that we've installed. There's a picture of the drums.
Pretty much in the drum room along with the
there it is.
guitar
Boom.
stacks. And
Check it out. Lift your hand up, bro. You can see us. So that's the control room here at Babbylon Sound, and that camera and this camera are in the live room.
don't tell me to do that again. Every time I lift up my arm, my shirt comes up higher.
Well, we need to hire somebody to look after these things and do our media training. I mean, we need media training.
Yes, we do.
Hey, man, thank y'all for looking at the comments and the chats and stuff. And thank y'all, man, from the bottoms of our
Thank you,
sincerest, most
everyone.
hearts for checking out Weapons of Mass Production live from Babbylon Sound. Tonight, we're going to close out our show with Jack Iyer. And this is his song, Where the Angels Die.
Peace out, people.